everyone, welcome to our episode of 1, 2, 3 Wrestling right here on SRB TV. I'm Kristen, as always, joined by Nick Slade.
Let's go.
And we are talking about our predictions for the next of the Saudi show, the pay-per-view Saudi shows, Crown Jewel 2024. Now, of course, folks, what makes this one different, unlike the other ones, is that this is bragging rights. Kind of.
Kind of.
So the big news was that Saudi wanted Saudi wanted their own championships. Basically, that's what their request was, and this is doing it. But, in the vein of bragging rights, we'll talk more about it, but yeah, so we'll have the WWE champion face the World Heavyweight Champion, and the Women's World Champion fighting the WWE Women's Champion. For a chance at winning a very extremely pointless gaudy belt.
It's a glorified trophy is what it is. Because
But
obviously not every year it's going to be the same two world champions, so it's not like you can defend it.
but we're gonna start off our road so far because while not a lot has happened since our reactions to Bad Blood, not a lot of big stuff. I think I'm just gonna, unlike I usually do, I'm just gonna point out key features. I think I'm gonna say for like a bigger one for like Survivor Series. So there's a couple of stuff that was happened since then. We were talking about it during our Bound for Glory reactions, which you can check out right here on the channel. But we found out more clarification on the AJ Styles not being inducted yet. And it basically boils down to Styles saying, I want to be inducted when I'm officially retired.
Mm.
I'm not done yet. So like that's his reasoning for not wanting to be inducted this year's TNA Hall of Fame. Is that I want to wait until I'm actually retired from wrestling. Retired.
Which apparently is going to be soon. Like it's soon, like the next couple of years.
More than likely. But you know what? All's fair. Good for him. What's not weird is Samantha Irving's comments about her job. Oh, her former job. Because, of course, Samantha Irving decided she's going to be leaving. Originally, reports were saying she's leaving, and of course, I believe the reports saying she couldn't work out a scheduling deal that would let her do some side stuff as well as taking care of her daughter. So she decided to leave. Much respect. And then out of nowhere, like, I feel like as soon as like the contract's expired, your pink slips in, your 2 weeks notice in, she just decides to admit, like, nah, I didn't really want to just be an announcer. They started me as an announcer, but I wanted to do more, manager and stuff like that. And she's like, I'm being honest, I didn't want to do this. And like, then just starts just going off on Twitter about shit. Like, okay, I feel like this has been pent up for a while. So like we're venting. We're venting. And I'll be honest, she didn't say anything like extremely negative or derogatory. She just wanted to, what basically it comes down to is she just wanted to do more, but they only saw her as a ring announcer. Which, that's all fair. Wasn't like that one dude who decided to, what was that dude? He used to announce Shane to the ring after he won that Best in the World tournament. Like that dude. That dude just open mouth inserted foot for future careers. Here, I feel like she's just been venting. This has been pent up for a while. So I'm gonna give her the benefit of the doubt on that. What do you think?
Yeah, I don't. It's just like, see, here, she and her husband, that couple seems to have a very, very high opinion of themselves. Like Ricochet was saying a lot of the same things, like, oh, they didn't give me. I find it funny, like she said, I don't have to worry about work because I have my husband's a millionaire, and then she says, oh, WWE didn't treat him right. I was like, they made him a millionaire.
I
Like,
mean, yeah.
I was
Like
like,
you're go on.
yeah, I mean, I think that's pretty good, right? And like, and oh god, Ricochet's like almost getting to that Mercedes Moné level of where their opinion of themselves is not as high as their actual ability. Because yeah, he's still great in the ring, by the way. I want to make that clear. But AEW's did this dumb thing they did with Monet. They're making him talk, but he's obviously not good at it. like that weird backstage segment with him and Will Ospreay. Remember that?
Okay, look, I'll give you this. I say Monet's a better talker than a pro wrestler, and I say Ricochet's a better pro wrestler than a talker. Would you agree on that?
I don't even think Monet's that good of a talker. I think she
I
actually is.
mean, well, I mean, I'm not saying. Look, no, I'm not saying like he's Will Ospreay and she's like Becky Lynch. You know, like I'm not saying that. I'm just saying like
The
they're
point I'm
what they
making,
are best at.
the point I'm making is that people like Monet and Ricochet thought, "Oh, WWE's holding me back." It's like, no, it seems like they're hiding your weaknesses pretty well and emphasizing what you were good at. Because come on,
I will give her that. They could have done more with Ricochet, but at the same time, it's just that tier list that WWE has where, once you see you as one thing, you're pretty much that one thing the rest of your
the
career
thing is,
there, unless something
Ricochet
changes, drastically
Ricochet was
changes.
always going to hit that ceiling. Because yeah, he's great in the ring, no doubt about that. But he can't talk. And in WWE, at least in WWE, you can't just be good in the ring. You have to be able to talk. You have to be able to be a character that you can sell to the audience. Like, come on, he won the Intercontinental title, the United States title, the North American title, the Speed title. He won every mid card title. Like, oh, he wasn't made world champion. Yeah, because he didn't show he could be a top guy in the sense of cutting a promo, selling merchandise, selling a pay per view, and like, sorry, like not every wrestler has charisma. Like at the level of like somebody like Austin or Hogan or even Cody Rhodes, the modern
Yeah,
era.
yeah. There was yeah.
I think
Well,
it's
let's move on. I think
what I was
suffice.
saying about that. Basically, it just seems to be a recurring theme of where, oh, I'm better than this, and then AEW throws them to the wolves, like throw sink or swim,
Okay.
and it
Mhm.
just reveals their flaws a lot more.
Yeah. Okay, so I think yeah, Morrissey Machine Guns within 2 weeks of arriving on the scene are currently the lead tag team champions.
Their third match in the company.
Yeah, we'll probably get more into when we talk about one of the matches.
Do you know what I
That
think? You know how you said that it seemed like most of the machine guns were called up to the main roster to make up for their original plans for Lucha Bros?
well, that's just the talk online. I don't know if that's true. That's just the talk
I'm not
online
saying
that
that's true. I'm saying you know you're talking about that. It probably is true that this was originally the Lucha Bros who was supposed to win the tag titles in their third match. It seems like
I
most machine guns are filling that role because most machine guns were supposed to be in NXT for a while, like to help with that tag division. So I don't know. It seems like if that was the plan, man, if I was the Lucha Bros, I'd be pissed because like they were gonna make us tag champions as soon as we showed up, and Tony Khan screwed that up for us.
well, it's Tony Khan they can blame then. And then for the world tag, I think yeah, it's down to War Raiders. Yeah, War Raiders won. So it looks like it's gonna be War Raiders versus Judgment Day. I see them playing on War Raiders, honestly.
Yeah, I
If
do.
this is
I
the
like.
beginning, if we're finally getting to the beginning end for Judgment Day, which we'll get more into when we talk about the women's title match, the women's Crown Jewel match. Yeah, I think they're gonna put on War Raiders,
Yeah,
which is cool.
they just brought them back. They gave them their old name. They're showing them to be dominant, and it does seem like they were getting to that point where the Judgment Day should be losing the tag titles, especially if you want Balor to go back to being a singles wrestler. And
Yeah, it kind of feels like, oh God, Raw's main event this week was so like whatever. Like it was just like Dom because Carlito got Dom a match against a former world champion. Gee, I wonder who it could be.
it
It
was
was Damian Priest.
kind of boring.
Thanks to chicanery. No, this is why I'm tired. Judgment Club. Oh, Judgment Club is that Dom won via roll up on Priest because of distractions out of the ring. And yeah, he beat the ever loving fuck out of Dominic Mysterio.
Yeah,
Oh, and the other members of Judgment Day, Sans, Raquel, and Liv. And that was it. That was the end of the show. No Finn. So it definitely seems like they're finally sprinkling the seeds on their dissension. Whatever.
well, that's just
Let's get one
that's how
more
they did.
thing.
I was gonna say that's how they ended their go home show.
Dude, I'm not fucking kidding. That's how they ended it. And dude, they had a great Seth Rollins, it was a great Seth Rollins Bronson Reed thing where
Hmm.
it's apparently I didn't notice this. So like Seth Rollins goes to the back because Bronson's tempting him to come to the back of the fight. And so he's wearing a blue jacket. Braun's wearing a blue jacket. He takes out, because you think, oh, he's going to take out Joey and he's going to topless, go. No, he takes out the blue jacket to reveal another blue jacket. I didn't notice that before, because then he eventually does take off the other blue jacket when he gets to Bronson. And that was a great thing. Oh my God, they had great, like, they had, like, the Usos standing tall against the, what was it, you know what, we'll get to a lot of it when we talk about matches and stuff, because we haven't gotten there yet. The only, oh yeah, Dominic loves chicken tenders, except when he's at home. Everywhere else he loves just eating chicken tenders. I will take discredit. His favorite dipping sauce is ranch. I don't hate ranch, but like, I mean, come on, barbecue sauce, like a little sweet and sour. Like, come on, yeah, liven up a little, man. Oh, the last big thing that was announced just today, as this recording, is the WWE ID program, which will let indie promotions and training facilities be under the WWE umbrella, which means that once you're done, when your time's done in that promotion or training facility, you have an opportunity to go into the WWE program, like the full WWE program, chance at a career. Which is, we were talking about this ever. It's like, oh, mini OVWs.
Yeah, mini performance centers.
Yeah, and they already announced a few of them that will be under the, or will be getting the branding, which is Cody Rhodes' facility, Seth Rollins' facility, as well as Booker T's facility as well, among a few others. Which, it's basically their next in line program, but for indie wrestlers. That's what it is. It's just basically showing potential in these places. And you know what? I am fine with it. I know people are just going to be like, whatever. It's just WWE trying to reach out to absorb more to indie talent. I'm like, yeah, but it's up to them. I think it's ultimately up to them if they want to do that.
You have to be careful, especially with Triple H, because you saw what NXT did to the British indie scene with NXT UK.
Jesus Christ. Yeah. But
like,
if this works,
that thing.
I mean, if this works, this is a better idea than Triple H's plan to put NXT in every region. Like he could branch this out to like UK to like the training facilities as well. Like,
yeah, whatever happened to NXT Europe?
Yeah, I don't think that's happening. I think this is the alternative. Honestly, I think this is the alternative. Like instead of just making NXTs, just have some promotions other regions be under the brand, and then have these indie wrestlers that they want to go to that training facility and try and see if they can make it into there. That's a better idea than doing the NXT regions, in my opinion. Honest to God, like at one point we were going to NXT Japan, which I do not know how that would have fucking worked. Because that strong styles Japan wrestling is not the same as WWE Pro Wrestling.
Mm-hmm. Like WWE popular when it goes to Japan, but that's just because it's like it's an alternative.
Yeah. But we'll see. I'm curious to see what it does. This was only, as of today, this was just announced. Also, before I fucking forget, fuck Ticketmaster and their dynamic ticketing pricing system. Because a lot of people, myself included, got dicked over hard on pricing for the WrestleMania tickets. This is actually not entirely WWE's fault. Though they tried and put out discount codes that went like that, but they tried because apparently Ticketmaster has this new dynamic pricing system to where if the traffic is high for a specific event on their site, they'll jack up the prices.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I'm not going to disclose how much I paid for our tickets, but they were a pretty penny. They were not cheap. Probably a toe, which mine's injured right now, so that makes sense. But no, fuck Ticketmaster and their pricing. Fuck them. And you give credit to they tried. They tried to go, okay, this is discounted now. Here's discount codes. It's like, dude, too little, too fucking late. And they're already calling it the highest selling WrestleMania in history. I'm like, I wonder fucking why. Fuck you, Ticketmaster. Fuck you, Ticketmaster.
Other companies do that. Like, it's the highest grossing movie ever. It's like, let's adjust for inflation and see what happens then.
Yeah, that's perfectly reasonable. Like, I was looking at like some other stuff not wrestling, and it's funny when you compare inflation to now. It's like, okay, let's get to the actual car, which You know what? I'm gonna say it's weird. This doesn't look like that bad of a card. This actually looks pretty good, like a pretty decent card. Like it's a lot of like there's maybe one match that's very obviously been thrown together to balance things out, but
Yeah.
like yeah, it's a pretty solid card. And a 7 match card too, which is a shocker. I think Saudi won more. They were like, you're not gonna treat us like fucking Europe.
You're not giving us 5 matches. You're getting at least 7.
And that's where we're at now. So we are going to start with the most last minute slap to get our match to get as many women on the card, and that is for a fatal 4-way tag match for the women's tag team championships. We have I always keep forgetting the name we came up for the Cargill and Belair.
Strong Est.
Yeah, we got Team Strong Est versus Damage Control versus Lash Legend Jahar Jackson the Metaphor. Apparent reportedly the WWE's high on the entire stable itself, but they've only currently called up half the group, which is Lash Legend Jakara Jackson. Good for them. Welcome to the main roster, and we pray and wish for the best of luck in your future endeavors. Versus Chelsea Green. I'm not gonna say it. Chelsea Green and Piper Niven. Also, fair to mention that it's cool seeing Lillian Garcia back as announcer. She's back. Apparently, she is back full time.
That's nice.
That's very nice. Yeah, this basically was slapped together last Friday. There's been war between the Damage Control Metaphor and Chelsea Green Piper Niven there. That part I'm not kidding. That they feel like they're just added. So like, I don't know. Like we're talking, there's going to be a title change. There's always at least one. Say it's a tradition now for their side shows. There's going to be there's a high likely chance there's going to be at least one title change. This could be one of them, but I doubt it. I really, really doubt it. I feel like this was just a slap together as many women on the card to balance things out match. So with that being said, as much as I would love to see Damage Control fuck it. As much as I would love to see Chelsea Green and Piper Niven get the tag titles back, which yeah, by the way, let's not forget that was a thing once. Them holding the women's tag titles. I see Team Strong Est retaining.
Yeah, they're still planning to do Cargo versus Belair for WrestleMania, which that'll be the bathroom break match. No offense to Belair for that. They're probably not losing the tag titles until it'll probably at least Rumble.
Probably.
So yeah, I don't see them losing it here. So yeah, I'll go with Team Cargo and Belair.
Okay. Same as well. Yeah, that's the only one we're like. Next up for the United States Championship, it is a triple threat match as LA Knight defends against both Andrade and Carmella Hayes. So in Nick Aldis's infinite wisdom, he decided to make LA Knight the special guest ref for match 7 between Andrade and Carmella Hayes. Even though over the last few weeks, it's been very blatant that LA Knight likes Nighter men. Blatantly likes Nighter men. Attacks them likes Nighter men. And so guess what happened? This match ended in a no contest.
Really? You mean a special guest referee screwed over both competitors so he didn't have to face either one of them? So instead, Joe Mayor's like, oh, now you're facing both of them.
Vintage WWE. So because of that, Nick Aldis makes this a triple threat match at Crown Jewel. And let's be clear about this. There was no indication at all this was the number 1 contenders match for the United States Championship. No indication at all. But yeah, honestly, this one could go any which way. Like, Knights held the title since SummerSlam, so that's about like a 90+ day reign. 90, about 30, 60. Yeah, about close to a 90-day reign so far. You know what? Yeah, screw it. I say Hayes wins.
I don't see Andrade winning because he's the current speed champion. I know that this doesn't necessarily need to matter, but it kind of does.
Mm-hmm.
And Hayes, They didn't push him. I feel like LA Knight, he finally got the US title. Don't you want to give him longer than a 3 month reign? But I feel like the whole point is being a triple threat match is so Hayes can pin Andrade. So LA Knight doesn't take the pin.
And you can finally cement like who's the best out Andrade and Carmelo Hayes.
And I
Because
think if you take the US title off Knight, what do you do with him then? Like he can't. He's not going to the WWE title picture anytime soon.
like okay, so I can see I going one two ways. I see Knight retaining here, and then maybe at Survivor Series, let's see. They do a rematch of the match 7. Whoever wins that goes on to face Knight at Survivor Series. So in this case, I would say Carmelo. So I would say Knight retains. Like I would say if anybody's gonna win at Crown Jewel would be Carmelo. But if I say anybody's gonna if Knight retains here, then yeah, I see Knight Hayes down the road instead.
The thing is, the whole point of being a triple threat match makes me think Hayes is going to win. Especially like I said, they probably want to do a title change in Saudi Arabia.
Hmm.
So I think Carmelo's going to win. My whole thing is like you just don't want LA Knight to get lost in the shuffle because you managed to keep him from doing that for a long, long time, and then you finally put a belt on him, and then you're at risk for it happening again. Because at least when they took the Intercontinental off Jey Uso, he's now directly involved with this
Yeah,
bloodline.
there was a story reason for him taking the title from. Yeah,
But
no, that makes sense.
he's not lost in the shuffle. But what do you do with Knight? That's the problem. Knight's on SmackDown, the Cody Rhodes Roman Reigns show, where he's kind of not going to get any higher than that. So I don't know when they're going to do the next draft. Probably after WrestleMania next year. He'd probably be better off being drafted to Raw. But we'll have to see what the landscape of SmackDown looks like after WrestleMania.
Yeah.
But for the hell of it, I think Hayes is probably going to win. He pins Andrade.
And in our next match, the Mega Powers explode as Randy Orton takes on Kevin Owens. So this stems from what happened after Bad Blood, in which Cody got attacked by Kevin after helping Roman defeat defeat New Bloodline at Bad Blood. And yeah, the following SmackDown, Kevin Owens just attacking Cody, and then again, and then Orton steps in, inadvertently attacks Kevin. Orton tells Cody he's going to try to talk with him later. Then we find that Kevin Owens has got a jump on Randy Orton and attacks him. He wants Kevin in a one-on-one match. Nick Aldis refusing to make the match, and he's gonna. It's not my choice. It's a higher tier choice. So Orton had a really good promo. If you haven't seen it, a good chance to where he calls Triple H out of the ring. He wants a match. Triple H has to admit to him, you're not the same Randy Orton as you were years ago. You barely made it back here right now. So if I make this match, you are at risk of permanently retired. Basically, permanently retired. And this is not verbatim, but in the end, Orton makes a convincing point saying, if you were in my shoes, you would be doing the same thing I am right now.
Mm-hmm. He's
Like
like, I
if
want
you
to
were
talk to
attacking
Paul
your
Levesque.
family, your livelihood, like you'd be doing the same thing. And so yeah, Triple H makes a match.
Yeah. He's like, I don't want to talk to Paul Levesque. I want to talk to the cerebral assassin.
Yeah, it's honestly it's a really good Orton promo. It really is.
I love how he brought up that time Triple H broke into his house and threw him out of his front window.
Yeah, I did like that too. It's like, let's not forget what you did to me, like when I got involved in your personal life. Like,
But I like how Triple H,
um,
Kevin Owens is so dangerous. It's like, we've never seen this before. Like, Kevin Owens is like, yeah, he's been a heel before.
yeah.
Uh, this really goes to the whole thing. He mentioned, yeah, Kevin Owens has never been anybody's real friend. So
So the
he
current,
played everybody.
yeah, I love that. He's right. Except for like even with Sammy, Sammy's
He betrayed
like
Sammy
they're
as soon as he showed up to WWE.
yeah. He's friends with Sammy and like yeah. I did love that part too when like Cody was showing up to confront Walter on Raw and Sammy's like, "Do you want me to talk to him? Like I know like you guys weren't close, but we were closer." It's like and Cody's like, "No, no, I'll hand it my way, appreciate it." And I like that. I did love them adding that point like, yeah, Sammy is like they were just tag team champions like middle of last year. Like let's not forget that. And they don't either, which is great. The current report is that they want it to be Rhodes Owens for the title at Saturday night's main event in December.
Hmm.
Um, and I can see that. So I would say, and I believe Owens is like kind of like blurring the line between whether or not he's extended his contract. So like, and he's done those videos, Instagram videos about like being tired of being treated this way and stuff like that, and the way we're overlooking what Cody's done and stuff and things like that. And I like that. Um, yeah, but if that report's true, then yeah, I see Owens winning over Randy, but like brutalizing Randy. Like, dude, we were just talking about it. Like, we talked about his back issues, apron spot.
Yeah, you gotta be careful with that.
Oh, no, no, not. Look, we all know Owens and Orton, like, they can sell it well.
Yeah.
This is
It-
how you take out Orton for a
It's,
while.
it's every time when AEW did a spot with Brian's neck, I was like, don't
Yeah,
to
I
do that.
but see that's the thing though. They unlike WWE, they knew the people in there were very capable wrestlers. And I think this is that same situation. Like I think, yeah, I don't know if it'll end the match or like it'll be like like Owens wins by TKO or something like that.
That would
But
be the way
like,
to do it. Instead of having Owens pin Orton, the referee stops the match because he can't
yeah,
continue.
but
That
yeah, I
that
see
would be
Owens. Yeah.
because I think eventually we're gonna get Cody Orton.
No,
Whenever
no, yeah. They keep teasing it every time he holds that W championship belt. He looks at it for a sec. They keep
yeah,
teasing it.
so I think we're eventually gonna get Cody Orton. So you don't need Orton taking a pin right now.
Mm,
So if you have Owens just brutalize him to the point where he takes him out and he wins by like you said TKO, then that's the way to make Owens look dangerous. And you take Orton out of the storyline for a little while.
hmm.
Probably you can probably have him come back at Saturday night's main event to
Oh,
help Cody. And then after that, you can set up maybe Cody Orton for Royal Rumble, or hell, I think that's a WrestleMania match right there. If you're not going
well, it's
to
not.
do Cody,
Let's not talk about that because I don't know anymore with Cody and WrestleMania. For now, my guess would be almost entire what you said, but I would say either season premiere episode on Netflix. I know it's a SmackDown title, but like get more eyes on the product. Or no, I could definitely. I think if anything, yeah, it'll be a Royal Rumble match. It'll
yeah,
definitely be a Royal Rumble
you
match.
could have Orton win title Rumble and Cody get it back at WrestleMania.
We'll see on that because once again, you know who is still maybe involved in shit and like
Because honestly, Orton's a 14-time world champion. The current WWE title is still the Universal title is still active, which is weird. I don't know why. So if Orton wins that, he'll automatically become a 16-time champion. Then he has to win it one more time and he breaks the record.
we'll see on that. I doubt they're gonna do that. Like
But yeah,
that's some that sounds like some Vince doing it for Charlotte Flair bullshit.
honestly, if
Like,
anyone's going to break the record, I'd rather it be Orton than Cena because I feel like
that is a whenever we eventually get the WrestleMania predictions, dude, that will be a conversation. Or Royal Rumble predictions, that will be a conversation. But for now, we're gonna talk about this match.
yeah,
We both agree Owens is winning this one.
yes,
Yeah. So next up is the battle of the Monster Slayer versus the Monster, or the Monster versus Monster, according to Rollins on Raw last night. Seth Rollins takes on Bronson Reed. So yeah, six tsunamis about a couple months ago to Seth Rollins. Rollins out for a while. Bronson Reed has pretty fun feud with Braun Strowman. They had feud for a while. Has last Monster Standing match. Rollins returns, helps Braun pick up the win, and that's where we're at now. And so Seth Rollins says that he appreciates one thing Bronson Reed's done and is bring out the monster he knows he used to be, which I'm like, kind of true. And yeah, that's what this match is. So I see Rollins winning.
yeah. You got Bill's momentum for the eventual Punk Rollins match.
Yeah, I think we're building up to Rollins Walter at Saturday night's main event. That's my prediction. We're setting up for that because
I,
that will
I
be one hell
still
of a
think
match.
I still think they're probably gonna have Punk be the one beat Walter and Punk Rollins at WrestleMania for the title.
We'll see. The rumored report for Survivor Series is Punk Walter. which, okay. Um, Walter's gonna help Punk get to a pretty good match. Hey-oh! But no, yeah, I see Rollins winning here. Sadly, I know this is stereotypical vintage OD by Triple H's standards, but yeah, I see Rollins winning here. This will give. Hey, if anything, I'm happy for Bronson Reed. He's gotten so much time in spotlight, but I think this is Rollins to win. I'd be surprised if Reed wins, but I think it's Rollins to win.
Yeah,
I'm surprised it's a singles match, honestly.
it's
It's
a
a
regular.
regular singles match.
Well, they just had Reed have a last man standing match. Like, where do you go from
Well,
there?
no, I'm not. No, I'm not saying it should have been like a. I would have just, honestly, I would have been fine with just a steel cage match. And I hate WWE steel cage matches, but I would have been fine with steel cage match, honestly. Because then at one point, you could easily do the old Crown Jewel spot between Roman and Brock.
Hmm.
That really awkward one.
Yeah,
We doubted.
yeah. But yeah,
Um,
I agree Rollins is winning.
yeah, I see Rollins winning. I don't know how decisively, but very decisively. Well, not decisive, but I see him winning. Probably barely, but I see him winning. So yeah, not much to say about that match. Next up, in a match that was originally gonna be announced on Friday, but got leaked anyways. And then officially announced by WWE yesterday. Roman Reigns and the Usos take on the Bloodline in a six-man tag match. So yeah, this has been going on for a while. Roman came back, Jimmy came back at Bad Blood. They had feud. They be beaten down every week, and Jimmy's like, we need him, and then Roman goes, no yeet. Then it keeps on happening, and then eventually we see Jimmy go to Raw to try to talk with Jimmy. Sorry, we see Jimmy go to Raw, talk to Jay. Jay says no, and then the next following Friday, he goes on to Jay goes on to SmackDown, tries to talk some sense into Solo. Solo ain't hearing it, and then that's really it there. And then he even looks at Roman and goes, "No yeet,"
Mm.
which is stupid. And then the following Monday, when Jay's defending his Intercontinental title against Braun, um, they, they show up. We got tickets and a Yeet shirt, and it looks like basically the Bloodline wants to help out Jay retain. Jay's not having it. Even attacks one of the God, and then the rest of the Bloodline attack him. Eventually winding up with Braun retaining thanks to the assistance of the Bloodline. Which I give the credit to this. Braun saw Breaker saw what happened and chuckles at it. Which I'm like, he knows he's winning. Because he was right. You needed your family and your family costed you.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, and also they did set up a possible future match between Braun Breaker and Jacob Fatu.
which apparently no reports, no plans for that match. Which I'm like, you're idiots.
I think eventually will.
I think eventually will happen. I think Triple H has that on a far back burner in his brain about that eventually happening. But yeah, then he goes on. Then on the SmackDown, where the Mercy Machine Guns retained, it was thanks to Jay's assistance by attacking the God while the ref was down that the Mercy Machine Guns won the tag titles. Happy for them. Good for them. Sorry, Lucha Bros, it's not your time. Thank Tony Khan for that. And yeah, they hugs it out on SmackDown afterwards. Then on the following Monday, they agreed that we're no longer yes men, we're grown men. It's we do things our way. And so yeah, they have basically reunited. They fended off the Bloodline, but this is where things get interesting. As they're walking, Jimmy and Jay are walking in the back. They run into Sami Zayn, of course, the former honorary Us. And Sammy's like, "Why are you doing this? They turned your back on you. They betrayed you. They did all of this." And even Jay's like, "Well, in the long run, you're technically not our family. So why do you even care?" Like, and then I love this. This is complete bullshit, but Jimmy, the rest of the night, Jimmy's looking for Jay because Jimmy tells Jay, "Hey, look, let me talk to him. Let me try to convince him otherwise." And then Jimmy and Jay see in the parking lot that Sammy's talking to Solo. And then they automatically assume, like, oh, he's joining their side, which I'm like, no.
Like, you don't know that.
So, yeah, look,
Uh,
Sammy's not, look, this is why I think Sammy's not on this card. How do you get Sammy on this card? Because this is a Saudi show, and Saudi crowds fucking love Sammy. Like, who wins this match? Oh, that's like if I'm thinking OG Bloodline let me I give you a sec. If I think OG Bloodline is winning a Survivor Series, I say current Bloodline wins at Crown Jewel. But they attack after the match. They attack that or trying to beat down Roman Reigns and the Usos because, of course, numbers game, and that's where we have Sammy come out to make the save for the team for the Bloodline, and agrees to probably on Falling Raw agrees to help Jay because you always consider Jay family.
yeah, I think Sammy's right. I think they rushed Jay forgiving Jimmy and Roman. Like in all things that make sense, Jay should not have forgiven him that easily. Like I get like the Solo accidentally or whatever accidentally cost him the Intercontinental title. But that's not enough reason. Like Jimmy cost him the WWE World Title. Like he cost him the biggest match of his career at SummerSlam. Last like a couple years ago. That's not. Didn't he proceed to cost him title match after title match after title match before they had that terrible WrestleMania match? That was unfortunate. Like Roman made his life a living hell for years. He finally gets away from them, makes his own stardom, wins the Intercontinental title, and it's like, "Oh, we need your help, bro." It's like, "Oh, now also, yeah, you need my help now when you guys are being outnumbered. Now you want my forgiveness?" Like really, like Solo and Sammy were both right when they told Jay, like, yeah, why are you on their side?
I feel like
No
there's still
sense.
time. Well, look, I still like. I know we still have the Crown Jewel match to get through, but I still look this. Survivor Series ain't even until the 30th. Like, so I think there's still plenty of time between now and the end of the month to where you can really build up all of that. Like Solo doing what you just did. Because remember, he brought that up too. Solo did bring it up when Jimmy helped out Roman as well. Like bringing it up too. Oh no, when it was the Bad Blood match. Like they can't talk. Like you can have put those words into Solo's mouth. All of that, you know? Like why are you helping them? They fucking turned your back on you. The only guy to turn back you wasn't even blood. Like where are your blood? They're not. They betrayed you. They turned their backs on. Yeah, like you can have Solo say that and build up to Survivor Series, you know?
And what's dumb is that when Jay and Jimmy at the time, who was pretending to be on Jay's side, said they actually backed Solo to be the next tribal chief. Remember that promo?
Yeah.
And then now Solo's the next tribal chief, and now all of a sudden they're not for it now.
Well, that's why I said you can like I said, this match was put together. This match was announced yesterday.
Yeah.
We knew this was probably going to happen. They had to get Roman on. They had to get Roman on there as well as I think Sammy gets involved in this match. Like I said, it's a Saudi crowd. You have to have Sammy in Saudi. But like, yeah, definitively, yeah, I say, yeah.
Here's what I
Blood,
think gonna happen. Here's what I think. I think since Sammy gets involved in this, I think OG Bloodline wins this match. Then they have War Games. And I think The Rock gets involved and New Bloodline wins that match. Then at Saturday night's main event, Roman beats Solo and it goes on the Roman Rock.
okay, I can see that, but no, I can see Roman Solo at Saturday Night's main event, but for the Ulafala. Like definitive tribal combat match. Winner gets the Ulafala and become
I
the tribal chief.
I think Solo reveals he was working for The Rock the whole time and he puts the
Well, we
Ulafala
know,
on The
dude. We
Rock.
already know that he was doing it for The Rock. Yeah, that's the joke. No, I know that. We've been talking about that for months now.
And
That
a
it's
lot of people
been
are saying, "Oh, Rock's not going to be available for Mania." It's like if that was the case, they wouldn't have had to show him a Bad Blood. They wouldn't
yeah,
have bothered.
yeah, no, yeah, dude. I completely agree. But if we're doing it your way, then yeah, I would say it would be Roman Rock for the Ula for a tribal combat match for the Ulafala at Saturday Night's main event. And then like I don't know, go from there, see what happens. Maybe Rock Rock and Roman are in the men's rumble.
Hmm.
Have one of them betray the other, and that's kind of how you build up a match between them at for Mania.
Yeah, because honestly, they do want to do Roman Rock
Yeah,
eventually.
no, yeah, like unequivocally they want to do Roman Rock. They definitely want to do Roman Rock. We're not for that god awful title Rock's holding, but like,
Yeah,
but
'cause I thought the whole point of the People's Championship was to have Rock face Cody for it, and Cody would be the next People's Champion. And like metaphorically, I don't know what they're doing. 'Cause I thought, oh, they're doing Roman Rock, are they doing Rock Cody, are they doing Orton Cody? Who knows? No point
okay.
speculating until it happens.
So in
But yeah,
our
they basically wrap it up. I'm thinking OG Bloodline wins this match.
yeah, I'm gonna say New Bloodline wins. Yeah, and then you have like I said, Sammy show up to like join the OG Bloodline side. Saudi show, Saudi crowd. Next up, in what they would call a double main event. Um, first up is
Triple main event.
for the Women's Crown Jewel Championship.
Ugh.
It is the current Women's World Champion, Liv Morgan. And I wasn't joking with my tone of voice. That's me rolling my eyes in my tone of voice. Against Nia Jax, who's the current Women's Champion, the Women's Champion. Like I said, Saudi wanted their own titles, so they has bragging rights matches for some gaudy ass ones, and they will only be defended at Saudi shows or only on Crown Jewel shows. I don't fucking know. I don't fucking care. So for the
Yeah.
women's one, oh, what?
So yeah, it's not really a belt, it's a trophy.
It's
It's just a trophy.
apparently it will be defended on Saudi shows. That's all I know. Saudi shows are just Crown Jewel pay-per-view, but like it's Saudi wanted it. Triple H gave it to him. Let's move on. Let's talk about the match. Yeah, it's Liv Morgan's. Oh, god damn it! Hold on a sec. Your AirPod fell out. Yeah, the Liv Morgan hasn't had a great championship reign. Like it has been bogged down by the fact she's been part of Judgment Club, and her only real rival has been Rhea Ripley for the title. Which, in my opinion, I think that Saturday Night's main event, Rhea's just gonna finally fucking win the title back.
Hmm.
Like just to cap that off. Or maybe at Survivor Series. We'll wait and see on that. But yeah, like
I feel
when
like
Nia,
her title reign's been okay. Like she's been a heel. It's just different from her first reign when she was a face.
I think what bugs me is that this is a heel versus heel match. Like, at least with the men's one, it's like that should be a banger. It's a big time heel, one of your biggest heels versus one of your biggest faces. This is your decent heel versus a slightly better heel who's improved over time. Still don't think Nia's great, but like I'll admit she's gotten better. But like this match is gonna be a bunch of chicanery. Who are we kidding?
Oh yeah,
Like,
Dominic and Tiffany is going to get involved a lot.
yeah, Dominic's gonna get his ass handed to him. You're gonna have the tease or potential cash in of Tiffany Stratton. I don't know if you do it here or not, honestly.
Why not?
Um,
We
it
should,
would be interesting. And hey, you can
hey,
add to your
there's your
Saudi
title
history
change in
book.
Saudi.
Cash in a Saudi.
Yeah.
First ever cash in a Saudi, you can may add that. But who's win? This is the most interesting part. I don't know who's winning, honestly. Like, do you just give it to Nia? Like, she's been the better champion. Her reign's been better than like Liv's. Like, her match
Mhm.
at Bad Blood wasn't anything to write home about, but like, she's been a better champion overall,
I don't
women's
agree with
champion
that.
overall. So like and the build up for it's been weird. Like, why does Rhea keep on attacking Nia when Nia's the one attacking Liv? It just makes no sense to me. Like, I get it. She's getting her way, anger be gone and all that, but like, come on, guys. Like, work together. You both hate Liv Morgan. Like, you have that predator handshake meme. Like, I want the women's world championship back. I want to win the Crown Jewel Championship. And in the middle, it says, we both hate Liv Morgan. Like, how is that not a thing? But, anyways, I don't know. I say Nia wins it. Ugh. I don't
No,
know if there's going to be a cash in or like Tiffy's going to cash in during. But as of right now, based on it's just being a match with little to no interference, I say Nia wins the Crown Jewel Championship.
Well, I don't really see the point of that because I do think Nia's being cashed in on, and Liv's the one who still needs momentum to face Rhea eventually again. Uh, so I think somehow maybe Tiffany acts like she accidentally cost Nia the match. You gotta get Nia down to a point where she's down enough for Tiffany to cash in on her. But then we had this discussion before. How do we do that and keep them both heel? Because I don't want to see either of them be face.
Well, that's why I said this is going to be the worst parts of House of Torture. It is.
Yeah.
It really fucking is. It's gonna be the worst parts of House of Torture. Like,
Well, no, I was talking
if,
about Tiffany and Nia.
no, I'm talking this whole match in general.
Oh yeah,
It's gonna be a House of Torture clusterfuck.
it's heels galore.
It's
Who-
gonna be Judgment Club interfering. It's probably gonna be Bailey interfering. Tiffany Stratton's definitely gonna be interfering. Like you're gonna have. It's gonna, like I said, it's gonna be a House of Torture match.
What do you do, Bailey Nia again at Survivor Series?
No, you're. I
I
don't
saw
know. Maybe you have Candice LeRae show up because she's now a part of Nia's little circle of buddies or bodyguards or whatever you want to call them. Like,
the WWE Women's Speed Champion.
yes. No, it's just gonna. It's probably gonna be more or less my same opinion on the main event match. It's gonna be a bit of a clusterfuck, but I'm still gonna give it to Nia.
Someone's costing somebody a match. Either Rhea costs Liv or Tiffany costs Nia. Uh, I'll, since I think Nia's been cashed in on, I think I'm gonna go with Liv Morgan winning somehow.
Yeah, I can see that happening.
You don't need Nia. You need Nia losing everything. You don't need to have her win this gaudy women's crown jewel title and then
Oh yeah, no,
but then
yeah,
lose the women's title. And you can have Liv have that crown jewel title and be like, haha, look what I got.
in no particular order, I see Rhea. Who is it? Rhea, Judgment Club, Tiffany Stratton, and maybe a Bailey or Candice LeRae showing up to interfere in this match. No in between. No and or. Just those people.
Also, another reason why I think Liv's winning is to balance out the Raw SmackDown because when we eventually get to the next match, so who I think is winning that. So
Yeah. Well, that would be true. But we'll get to that now in our main event of the
segue.
evening for the men's Crown Jewel Championship. I love how they just call it the WWE Crown Championship on Wikipedia. Not even just men's. I'm listing as men's on my timestamps because why not? The World Heavyweight Champion Walter defends, is trying for this title against Cody Rhodes, the current WWE Champion. So yeah, this has been a better build-up, honestly.
Yeah,
Like if we're compared to, this one has been the better build-up. Like Walter calling out Cody's bullshit on SmackDown. Cody calling out Walter's bullshit on SmackDown as well. Days has fight and like it's been a better build up, honestly. You can tell where like their Triple H's priority lies for these two Crown Jewel title matches.
man,
Like,
it could have easily been a build up for either of their titles if either one of them went the champion already.
this one, ooh man, this one I don't know. This is another I don't know, like which is nice. Nice to have unpredictability on cards like this.
I think both these guys really need momentum right now. Can either of them afford a loss right now?
Because like it's going to be interference around again with this one. I think so. Not as much as the women's one, but I think so. But like, look, obviously my pick. If I'm picking Nia to win the women's one, my pick will always be Walter to win the men's one. And for the most part, I can see that. Like you can probably try to better establish Walter because look, win or lose, Cody's still over as fuck. Like win or lose, Cody's still over as ever loving fuck. And I think Walter winning here will definitely help build himself up even more as World Heavyweight Champion and definitely establish him better on Raw as the one to go for.
I guess you could have.
Interferences. Let's see. Kevin. I
Yeah.
see Kevin interfering. I see Ludwig Kaiser interfering. I see Randy showing up.
No, I don't see Randy showing up. He's probably gonna be taken
Oh
out.
no, he's gonna be out of commission. So I see Ludwig and Owens showing up, respectively. Anybody for God damn it. Anybody for Cody's side though?
I
Yeah,
mean,
Arn Anderson whip out his
Glock.
Glock.
I don't know if he can
Um,
get the country.
yeah, in a foreign country. Um, yeah, I don't know, but I see some interference. I can't remember off the top of my head because I think there was other people I was thinking it's probably gonna interfere in this match. But yeah, I know. I see maybe blood. I don't know. It depends on who wins in the Bloodline tag match. But like maybe some members of the Bloodline. I don't know if you want to get
Well,
too
we're also
involved.
assuming the Bloodline match isn't the main event. We're assuming this is
I
the main event.
well, I'm for the sake of these timestamps I'm doing for his prediction special. I'm just gonna assume it's the men's Crown Jewel Championship match. It's probably gonna be the Bloodline one, but whatever. But no, I see yeah, I see Walter winning. I think Owens interferes, which will continue building up his eventual championship match, round 2 championship match against Cody. But yeah, I see Walter winning.
Yeah, if you have Owens cost Rhodes this match, how do you have them not fight a Survivor Series so they can fight a Saturday Night's main event? Like normally I'd say to do a War Games match, or hey, here's an idea. You have the Bloodline match be the War Games match, and you have Cody Owens have a traditional Survivor Series match. Why can't we bring like I don't know why we can't have both. We haven't had a traditional Survivor Series match in years now because of War Games. I don't see why we can't have both.
Uh,
So you have Team Cody
but
versus Team Owens in a traditional Survivor Series match.
but we'll see. I know it feels like there's a butt coming.
No, that's just my idea.
Okay. So you pick Walter to win?
Yeah, because as much as I hate their idea of being interference in both Crown Jewel title matches, which kind of like, even though they have no real prestige at all, kind of puts even less prestige on those belts. You can't really have these two fight now and have one of them definitively lose. If you have somebody interfere, it gives them an out.
True. True, true, true.
I just picked Liv Morgan to win because I thought I was really going to pick Cody to win, but the more I thought about it, it would make more sense for a heel to have this belt to brag about it. But here's a question: do these belts appear on TV outside of Crown Jewel?
No. Apparently they are not. They are just Saudi championships.
So after this event, they're pointless for an entire year.
I guess. I don't know, man. I don't know the full story is what I mean.
Ah, man. As much as
Dude, just
as much as I think
stick with your
Cody,
pick.
as much as
Stick with
Cody, I
your
think,
pick.
huh?
Stick with your pick. Just choose Cody.
Give me a
I,
minute. Give me a minute. Are you in a hurry? You gotta go to the bathroom?
God damn it, choose your fucking pick already. No, I'm kidding.
Fuck. I'll go with Gunther. He'll
You
win.
could just gone Cody. Like, that's why I said at the
Yeah,
beginning.
but I'm trying to be right.
Either of these matches could go either way. Either of these Crown Jewel Championship matches could go either way.
Would be
Like
the first
Liv
time
or
I'll say
Nia, hey, look, a heel's winning regardless. Walter, Cody, I think both of them can probably eat a loss. I just chose Walter because I think Cody is can take a loss way better than like Walter can right now. Because I think Walter
yeah,
needs it more.
Walter does need it more. You see, you got me going back and forth on his names or confusing people. Um, and yeah, I think Gunther wins here, and if I think the OG Bloodline's winning, I think that goes on last to send the crowd home happy with the good
Mhm.
guys winning in that match at the end. So you can have a heel win this match. So yeah, I'll go with Gunther.
Yeah. I know it's not. I just feel honestly, if you're right about the Bloodline tag match being main event, more likely being the main event, you can probably have the crowd go happy with Roman with
Yeah,
like
that's
regardless
how
who wins
fans
that
are.
with Sammy showing up to join the Bloodline, the
Yeah, if
OG
Sammy does
Bloodline again.
show up to join a Bloodline, that's probably going to be the last thing.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Like like if we're sitting here and watching this pay-per-view on our own time, and they tell us the penultimate match is Walter Cody, then we know what's gonna happen in the main event.
yeah.
Like Sammy's showing up
Hopefully we won't
regardless.
be thrown for a loop like we were Bound for Glory about what the main event ended up being.
No, we're not talking about that. That wound's still fresh.
Mm.
Did you hear who's the current X Division title as champion
Hey,
as of?
this is spoiler territory for those people who like to watch TNA Impact. So this is going to air on.
No, we're not. No. I'm just asking if you heard. I'm not going to spoil it.
Yes, I
Yes or
did
no?
hear, and I
Okay,
get
we'll
it.
talk about it later. We'll talk about it later. I'm not. This is WWE predictions. I don't want to dive too much into TNA, but like
I would talk about it if it hasn't aired yet, because some people will want to watch TNA.
that's why I'm not. I'm just asking yes or no. I'm not saying. I'm not gonna. Sorry,
I
I'm not
did
gonna
hear
say
about
it.
that. A lot of things happen.
Best match of the event. What do you think is going to be the best match on the Crown Jewel card?
Hmm.
Because seriously, that Walter Cody match, like even with the potential Owens interference,
Hmm.
like that is going to be good. That's man. I think that's a first time too. Is
Yeah,
Walter
because a lot of
Cody,
these matches have a lot of potential. Like the United States Triple Threat match could be really good if they booked
and
that.
that's why I said this card is actually not. It's actually surprisingly. It looks surprisingly pretty stacked.
Yeah, Orton, Owens, and Rollins Reed can go both be really good. The Bloodline main event could be good. They book it right, but yeah, consider who's involved. I'm gonna go with Cody versus Gunther.
Cody Walter. Okay. I'll choose something different then. God damn it. I have between two right now, but for the sake of my sanity, I will go the triple threat for the US title.
All right.
Honestly, it was either that or Rollins Reed, but that really depends on where they go with that. Honestly, it's like I said, it's kind of surprising that this wasn't at least a steel cage match or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like you could have really done something like that, but it's a singles match. I'm like, yeah, Rollins, I guess wins.
Well, if
But
you want to
yeah,
stretch this feud out, you could do that at Survivor Series.
yeah. But that's going to do it, folks, for our predictions for Crown Jewel 2024. So, a quick addendum, as always, we do not do Saudi reactions, except for at one time where I nearly got extremely intoxicated.
That was
We do
fun.
not do Saudi pay-per-view blood money reactions. No, sir. We don't do that on channel. What we will do, though, is we will still give our overall thoughts and letter grade on the pay-per-view itself. So stay tuned for our post-show review thoughts on that at the very least. No reactions though. And if you want to, we're not going to do it here, but if you want to donate to any like relief funds or Amnesty International stuff, we go ahead and encourage you to do that. Put your money towards some good causes because I don't know how many. I think we are like 4 years left of this. I think. So can do
Yeah,
nothing about that.
let's wait till we get the end of this agreement and they renew it.
Yeah. But yeah, yeah, no reactions. We will have our post-show dots post up on the channel. So other than that, folks, if you're new to the channel, you can hit the like button. If you want to talk to us more about stuff like this, comment down below. If you want to share us around, share it around. And if you like us just a little bit more than anybody else, when it comes to talking about that Saudi blood money pay-per-view championship belts, hit the subscribe button down below and hit that bell icon as well. Let us know what your thoughts are on WWE Crown Jewel 2024. What do you think is going to be the best match on the card? What do you think is going to be the best moment of the event? Who do you think is going to be crowned the definitive men's and women's ultimum champions? Let us
Yeah.
know in the comments down below. Put down what you thought of our predictions overall. But most importantly, we thank you for watching. Now, of course, Nick, aside from this channel, where can they find you elsewhere on the internet?
Well, you can find me over on the socials. You can find me on the Facebooks, the Instagrams, and the XX Twitters, baby. So yeah, go ahead and check me out there. I share
Cool.
stuff.
And you can check out our buddy Mo Brothers on all of his socials at Afro Mobro. Sorry, it's been.
The
Can you tell I've been up since like 8 o'clock this morning. But yeah, you can check our post show. You can check out our previous WWE pay-per-view reactions. For Bad Blood, we just did that one. You can check out our last pay-per-view reactions, which just went live for Bound for Glory 2024. Lady suplexes Hello out of ring. Check it out.
not
And
as sexy as it sounds.
but on a serious note, we do wish the best for both Vikingo and Chris Bay.
Mhm.
Get well soon. They're the only ones who sustained serious injuries during their matches, so
It was
it is
doing
what it is. The not new X Division champion, El Hijo del Vikingo. So fucking
Yeah,
strange.
that feels like that was a last minute change.
But yeah, but regardless, Check all that out, folks. And as always, we thank you for watching. But yeah, until next time, I'm Kristen.
I'm Nick Slade.
And this has been a very Saudi-filled episode of 1-2-3 Wrestling. And we will see you guys later.
Hey guys, thanks for watching.
If you want to check out any of our previous reactions,
as well as one of our other SRB shows,
check out one of the playlists down below.
And if you want to check us out in the social universe,
you can find us on Twitter and Stardust
at Super React Bros,
as well as on Facebook
at Super Reaction Bros.